I'm Darlene Washington, and this is Spiritually Intriguing, the Church Edition. Here we are once again with Pastor Eric L. Leake of Martin Temple AME Zion Church. Pastor?
Hello, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Good, good.
Okay, thank you once again for joining us here on Spiritually Intriguing, the Church Edition. Today we're going to talk about more societal issues.
Okay.
And the particular thing that I wanted to cover is why do people say black men are scared to read? They say it all the time. And the reason why this has become a prevalent view is because you have to check like the dropout rates and mostly with African American men and the jails being filled with our men and this sort of thing. And I think a lot of those men don't realize that perhaps they're creating their own turmoil by just not picking up a book. And I don't know that picking up a book is the answer to all of the problems that exist. But I do know that why is it that it's so hard for black men to just read?
Well, I'm not sure if they are afraid to read, as it may be in some cases, not all cases, in some cases, what they've been given to read, they don't find enriching or enhancing.
I see. Mm-hmm.
Now, there is a problem among some who won't read. And I'm not sure if it's fear, as much as it may be, in some cases, apathy. Sometimes they just don't think they need it. Take me, for example. 10th and 11th grade, I didn't like to read. You give me a book, I didn't want it.
Throw it back out.
I didn't want a book. Didn't want to read. But as time progressed, I began to read more. And I started reading the Bible and the hymn book.
Okay.
Just started reading Bible and the hymn book. And of course, now, I read something every day. And every single day.
That's what it brought about change.
It brought about change.
Yeah.
And it may be they're afraid to change.
Or could it be that they feel that, maybe if they read and do what they need to do, it still somehow won't benefit them enough?
Sometimes they feel like it ain't gonna do me any good. There are people, especially in African American culture, who really believe it doesn't matter what I do, it doesn't matter what I say. People gonna do what they want to do, and it's not gonna benefit me. But that's not always the case.
Right.
Each individual has to be proactive towards making a better life for themselves. From a spiritual standpoint, Jesus talks about the enemy comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy.
Right.
But he comes that we might have life and have it more abundantly.
Right.
And I believe that when we refuse to better ourselves by not cultivating our mind through reading and study, that we cripple ourselves and we hinder our future. Someone once said, if you don't want someone to know something, put it in a book.
Which is bad.
I'm like, wow. And so I think that it's important that we encourage African American men read. Not only read, write.
Right.
Listen, many of them are gifted.
Oh, I know.
They're gifted. But let me add this. I also sense that many African American men have lacked encouragement to do better in their younger years.
Right. I can see that.
Sometimes people just spoke doom over them.
Right.
It's almost as if they spoke a curse on them.
Right.
And it's almost like a cloud hanging over their heads. But if we can get to them before and change their mindset, the renewing of their minds, that hey, you got something to offer.
Right. You're valued.
You're valuable.
You're important.
You're important. And all of us have value. Mm-hmm. Every person is made in the image of God.
That's right.
Now, sometimes that image is distorted with the darkness of the past.
Right.
And we have to see past that darkness and really see the image of God that all people are made in.
I agree. That's something that the people should really consider.
Yes.
And all the young guys out there who are somehow getting tossed into jail, you have value.
Yes.
You have value. The jail is certainly going to put you to use. They're going to have you to do all kind of stuff. So why not be able to do those things for yourself without having to be in the presence of a security guard?
Sure.
Yeah.
But I also believe, and I share this often, I believe her name is Michelle Alexander, who wrote a book entitled The New Jim Crow.
Okay.
And it deals with the fact that the penal system in America, especially for African American males, is modern day slavery. You've got this pipeline from cradle to prison.
Right.
And it's almost as if there's a setup in society, especially with African American men. We often see it in public school systems.
Right. This is not the first time I've heard this. This is a recurring theme.
Yes. We often see it in public school systems. And if parents are not wise, their children will get sucked into it.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out, well, where did we go wrong?
Right.
But we really have to be watchful, even after they get to high school.
Yeah, I agree.
Towards this process.
Yeah.
And we require our children to read the Bible every day.
That's good.
Every day.
That's good.
You can do it on your phone, you can do it on your tablet, you can do it in the Bible. But we require them to read the Bible every day, so that, they are in the habit. In their cases, I'll give an order. I need you to read this. You need to look at this.
I appreciate that. And I'm sure all the young men who are maybe feeling a little underappreciated will now just know that, well, hopefully if you get to see this young man, you'll know that there is hope for you and that you're needed and wanted in society.
They are very valuable.
We love you.
We do. And we need you.
That's right.
We need you.
We definitely need you.
Yes.
Another thing that's going on in society, and I don't want to tag the donkey and say it's all the white people doing this, because that's not fair. So I don't know who's all doing it, but it's happening. And this thing is killing your spouse for insurance money. It's like, has killing your spouse for insurance money always been a problem in society, or is it just a bigger problem now? And is it more white people than black people or other races that are doing this? And that's something that's been puzzling for me, as well as I know some other people. Every time you watch the news and you hear, or you watch a movie, the theme is always the person got killed for money. Or you actually hear, if you watch some of those criminal shows, you'll actually hear of these cases where these couples have, one or the other is off the other one for the purpose of insurance money. And when they get caught, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, and no regard for the spouse whatsoever. It was just, that was just a piece of money thing that had to happen. And then some of them are genuinely sorry, but I don't see a lot of remorse in some cases. Like, well, I got the money, or whatever, or didn't get the money. If they don't get the money, they're pretty grim. But when they have the money already and they've been out there and then got caught up, then it's like, oh yeah, well. And you know that can be a little stereotypical in terms of an observation as well. But I just don't know, you know, what is happening? Why are we doing this to our spouses?
Well, you know, let me say from the outset, this one is kind of foreign to me. This intrigues me.
It's happening.
It amazes me that anyone would stoop that low to take the life of a spouse for money.
Yeah.
It baffles me. There has to be some issues in their mind and in their heart that would cause one to take the life of their spouse for financial gain. And
that's assuming they marry for love.
well, you're right. So I guess we can assume that all folk don't marry for love. Sometimes they marry for money.
They saw you dressed up in a wedding dress or suit with dollar bills hanging.
Yes, I agree. Well, and I guess it goes back to one of the other interviews we had a few weeks ago about materialism. Sometimes people are so materialistic. Some people will do anything
For money.
for money.
That's right.
And my response would be that's where that is. I can't answer whether it's more in the white community or the African American community.
Or other communities.
I really can't. I've seen a few on television, and they were Caucasians. I don't know of any in our community, but I'm sure somewhere in this world there are people
Who are doing that.
who are doing it.
Because I don't want to look at that as a racial thing, but some types of crimes are more prevalent in other areas than I'd say in other communities than another one. But anyways, at any rate, whoever you are, just stop it. Stop it. People are not your ticket to wealth. God, give it up. Okay?
And they won't enjoy it.
No.
They won't enjoy it.
No, you're just wrong. You're just a wrong person. But anyway, thank you so much for watching us here today on Spiritually Intriguing, the Church Edition. Bye-bye.